You shipped 1 million of those things. Ship them all. We're gonna take them out a whole new door. Hello, today we shall be continuing with the DC movie binge review. I recently just did Batman 66, and the next movie, and pretty much as close as I can get to chronological order with the release date of these, of the ones that I've actually seen, is Batman. Yes, today we shall be talking about Batman 89, starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and Kim Basinger as, Vicky Vale, I believe that was her name in this one. I can't remember off the top of my head to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it was her. But anyway, this is Tim Burton's Batman movie, and he also did Batman Returns, which will be in a separate video. But anyway, without further ado, shall we begin? So, Batman from 1989. Number one things to point this out is that Jack Nicholson plays the Joker and Michael Keaton plays Batman, if you did not know, but I feel like everybody knows that. But anyway, this will be a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen this movie yet, go watch it and then come back and watch this review, because this is just a great Batman movie altogether, and I really, really do enjoy this one. And this was one of the ones that did kind of define the Batman can kill. Like, he shouldn't always kill, depending on the incarnation, but I do believe Michael Keaton's Batman does kill. So one of the big things to take away from this is actually Jack Nicholson as Joker. If you actually realize, he's first billed, and that was one of his requirements upon making this movie with Tim Burton on and all that. And then pretty much he was also highest paid in the movie too. Michael Keaton was not highest paid, it was actually Jack Nicholson. But pretty much this was actually the first one where we actually got a little bit of Joker's origin story. We actually found out that his real name was Jack Napier, and that was something created by Tim Burton. I don't think it was in the comics. I think it was originally created for this first. But, like, he pretty much took elements of the Red Hood storyline and kind of made it his own, because he was pretty much just a crime boss in this, and they had Grissom, which as a kid, I always thought it was Harvey Bullock, but, like, I was wrong, because it was Grissom, because at one part, no, Eckhart, like, that's his name, Eckhart. Grissom Eckhart, I think, or they might be two different characters. No, Grissom is, sorry about that, I got confusion. Grissom is the one that he ends up shooting down. It was his old boss, and Eckhart is the one that he was doing, like, business with under the table, because Eckhart was originally part of the GCPD. He was pretty much a Bullock. One of the flaws in this movie, if there are, like, any flaws I would say whatsoever, is probably Jim Gordon. Like, he's okay, but he's very forgettable in this movie. Like, when I think of Jim Gordon, I immediately think of Gary Oldman and then Ben McKenzie from Gotham. Like, I do not think of the guy from this. Like, he's okay, but he's nothing memorable. He's definitely not as the same level as Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. And then one other flaw, I would say, like, the plot is good, but I would say, like, it can get a little, like, thin at times, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, like, if you compare it to modern superhero movies like The Dark Knight Rises, this is a bit more of a, like, just a thinner plot, if you would. Like, I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm just saying, like, it's funny if you kind of compare this and then Batman Begins. Like, they're two vastly different films about the same character, which I really, really do enjoy. But pretty much in this one, like, we get the famous Martha and Thomas Wayne killed in Crime Alley, and then, like I was saying, Jack Nicholson plays Jack Napier, and then he ends up betraying Eckhart, and then there was that famous line where he's like, "Hey, Eckhart, think about the future," because Grissom found out that he was sleeping with Grissom's wife, which is very, very, very younger than Grissom. She's probably, like, she looked like she was in her 20s, and Grissom was probably in about his 60s, maybe even 70s. But then there's that one part where, like, Batman picks him up and he's like, "Jesus!" And then, like, he shoots Eckhart, and then he ends up, like, Batman comes back, punches him, and then the gun fires off, and then he gets acid in his face, and then he falls backwards into the vat of chemicals. Ah! And, like, I absolutely, like, love his origin in this. I feel like it's perfect for the character. Like, it pretty much defines that he was already a little off, but this is what did it. And then that one scene where the doctor's taking off the bandages, and then he sees it, he's like, and then he smashes a mirror, and then he goes laughing up, but we still didn't see his face, which I think is absolutely just great in this. So then one of the best Joker scenes in this, when he was like, "Jack, thank God you're alive," and he's like, "You sold me out over a woman, and then he was like, Jack is dead, you can call me Joker." And as you can see, I'm a lot more happier. And then he just completely shoots Grissom to death. It's just, like, they do it so over the top and it's so much fun. I did hear that Robin Williams was originally attached to play Joker, but because of, like, Warner Bros. Pretty much just used it as, like, a ploy to get Jack Nicholson to take it, because Jack Nicholson did kind of feel that Robin Williams wouldn't be able to actually handle the role of the Joker, because it does a lot on your psyche to actually fully commit to the Joker. And then, like, I have other things to talk about in this movie. Michael Keaton as Batman. I feel like he does a great job as Batman. But, like, he's not really, like, he doesn't get a lot of character development, and I think that's on purpose. I really do think that's on purpose, because this is Batman, after all. It's Bruce Wayne, billionaire playboy, and he's just kind of, like, secluded to all himself, and I feel like, okay, this is probably done on purpose. Like, he has a little crush on Vicky Vale, and then he, like, has her over, and then they have, like, dinner and all that. But I feel like he doesn't get a lot of character development, and I feel like that's on purpose, because the character of Bruce Wayne is still supposed to remain in mystery, and, like, you're not really sure, like, what he's up to. And I actually really like that idea of not giving him a lot of character development. So in a way, by not giving him a lot of character development, you're actually giving him a lot of character development, if you know what I mean by that. Like, I actually really thoroughly enjoy the way that they decide to go about it. But anyway, like, Joker ends up getting eyes for Vicky Vale too, and then, like, there's that one scene where, like, Bob, his number one, like, gets the photos for him, and then he's like, prints it out, and then he's just, like, dances away, and then he's like, we gotta go. And then, like, Bruce goes over to Vicky Vale's house, and there's an infamous scene where he's like, you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? And then he's like, no. And then he's like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. And then he was just like, never rub another man's rhubarb. And it's just like, the way that Jack Nicholson just portrays Joker, and the way that he acts off Michael Keaton is definitely just, it is great. This is the second Batman movie I was introduced to right after the Adam West one, and I like, it's a vast difference from the Adam West one. The Adam West one was campy, it was fun, it was colorful. This one is dark, gritty, and it's not campy. It's very dark, and I think that really fits to the character of Batman. Like, I really do feel like it fits him extremely, extremely well. But pretty much, there's that scene where Joker pretty much, like, goes to where Vicky was gonna meet Bruce to have supper and all that, and then, like, they dance to the Prince music. Like, Prince is actually a big part in this, because I believe, like, Prince was highly attached to it because he really, really liked Batman. I believe he even dressed up as Joker for one of his performances. But anyway, like, he meets her there, then they have the little fight, and he's like, where does he get all those wonderful toys? And then this pretty much just ends in a final thing, like, oh yeah, one of the other things that Joker does in this one that we've never ever seen in live action again, laughing gas. We've never seen that in live action again, like how he just gets people to laugh uncontrollably, and then it kills them with a grin. Like, we've never seen that in live action again. Like, this was the last time, the first and only time we've actually seen it in live action. Now, I think I'm right about that. Like, I'm like 99% sure I'm right about that, but if I'm not, let me know down in the comments below. But I am pretty sure that I am right about that. But anyway, like, it leads into some big, like, the big fight in the cathedral and all that. One of the cool things, he was like, meet us up there in about 5 minutes. And then he looks up and he's like, better make it 10. And it's actually 10 full minutes until the helicopter actually arrives. So pretty much he has his, like, Vicky's there, and then Batman has to protect Vicky, and they have their little fight and all that. And you gotta say, Joker, like, he cannot fight. He can't fight that well. And then he gets, like, punched in the stomach, and then he goes against the bell, and then he's like, hey, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on, would you? And then he just puts him over, and then, like, he has Vicky and Bruce, well, Batman, hanging on, and then he was like, they don't make them like they used to. And then he's just, like, dancing out. He's like, ah, la, 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 la. And then the helicopter arrives, and he's like, well, feel free to fall in anytime. And then he gets on the helicopter, and he's like, sometimes I just kill myself. And then he's climbing up on it, and then Batman attaches his ankle to the gargoyle with one of his, like, bat hooks and all that. Now, I would actually say, like, if Joker let go right away, he probably still would have survived. He probably wouldn't have died, but since he decided to hang on to the point where he actually, like, broke it, and then it fell, and then he was like, and then he pretty much knew that he was dead, because he couldn't hold on any longer. Then he fell to his death, and he's like, and then, like, he lands just flat on the pavement. He falls a good amount. Batman saves Vicky Vale and all that. Like, the funnest part was probably Batman taking care of all the goons in the cathedral tower leading up to the Joker-Batman final confrontation. But when they're back on the ground, like, Jim Gordon walks up to him and he just has that laugh walk going off. And then just pretty much saying that, like, Joker may be dead, but the essence of Joker will always, always be around. And, like, Vicky pretty much says bye to Bruce because she's not in the sequel. The sequel is, the love interest is Catwoman. And then Batman is still out patrolling, and that's pretty much Batman 1989. I gotta say, it's a great Batman movie. It's probably one of my... No, it is one of my all-time favorite Batman movies. It's probably my second all-time favorite Batman movie, right after The Dark Knight. I will say this is just it's a great movie. Jack Nicholson does amazing as Joker. The score by Danny Elfman is just awesome, and Tim Burton really gets the, like, just the atmosphere of Batman. Like, Tim Burton was perfect to direct this, to throw us into Gotham and all that, and I kind of wish we got to see his take on Superman that was going to be played by Nicolas Cage, but it never got to be, but it would have been awesome if we got to see it. And then one of the other things I really got to say about it is Michael Keaton as Batman. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Like, he is just a great Batman through and through. But anyway, that was my review on Batman 1989. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe so I know to keep making more of these. If you have any video requests, please put them down in the comments below. I will do my best to reply. Let me know what you think of this Batman movie down in the comments below, and let me know where it ranks on your top 3 list. But anyway, thanks for watching as always, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye!